Hi everyone, today I would like to talk about when the masculine is awakened to the connection, but he's not back yet. So I'm going to share how I am experiencing it, and as I have mentioned in my previous video, is that my masculine now has visibility, which is a huge information for our dynamic and for me to know where he's at. So now he's taking me back to a dream that I had about over a year ago, and it was my masculine contacting me, and I had this vision of him having this flood of download and information from source through his crown chakra to him, and he was so distressed and he was so panicked and overwhelmed with the load of information that was coming in, and he was asking me, what the hell is this, and what am I supposed to do with this now? And so I said, well, this is what this connection is. Now you have all the information. And I also said, well, now is your turn. And then I woke up. And I remember waking up having this feeling, well, I wasn't really supportive and responsive to his request, but that's the way I was feeling at the time. So I remember thinking, well, it could really be where he's at, but I do remember thinking that if he's where he's at, and that's exactly what's happening now, he's awakened to the connection, well, there's gonna be a lot of work still to come, right? So, and then also the other possibility I thought, then it could be just my projection. I was thinking that it's something that I really wanted, my masculine to be awakened to the connection, so I could be projecting that desire, but I did process both, as I always say with dreams. I process all the possibilities, but then I did let go pretty quickly, because also the timing of when that dream came was, I was going through a lot of healing, like really heavy healing. I had a lot of karma that I was undoing at the time, and so I really didn't have the energy to focus on that and give it a lot of importance. And also because it really felt to me, when I received that information, it really felt, okay, so if he's really what he's going through, well, it's only the next step, because he's gonna have to go through the whole healing process anyway. So and now when I'm looking back and connecting the two, the information that I just got a few days ago and that dream, now I can see it was really exactly what he was going through, and it's really taken that long for him to get where he's at, to have done some amount of healing, to be able to be where he's at. And that is my whole point of this video, is that even if your masculine is awakened to the connection, it really doesn't mean that it's going to show up at your door the next day. It might, and that's maybe the way you plan that the feminine is going to receive this news, because in some shape or form, I am aware that the feminine will always get this information somehow, that the masculine is awakened to the connection. It's going to be so specific to your twin flame dynamic, right? So the only consistency that I can share is that it happens in your last separation period, and the feminine is made aware of, either in the 5D or in the 3D, depending on your plan, depending on your dynamic, right? So you have really to remember exactly the same as the feminine, because she's awakened to the connection right from the beginning, but it doesn't mean she's ready for union. Look, the amount of healing that you have to go through, and it's the same for the masculine. It doesn't mean he hasn't done nothing up to the awakening to the connection. He has, but now it's just an added element, but he's still gonna have to go through a lot of healing, undoing all the karmas and integrating and anchoring in the 3D. So it's not going to be different for the masculine in a way. Like the amount of healing that the feminine has gone through, for specifically for your dynamic, the masculine is going to go through the same, right? So there is no difference in the amount of healing they're going to have to go through, right? Now, depending on the twin flame dynamic, some pairs do healings, a lot of healing, kind of interacting still together after the last separation period. Some pairs, they keep doing a lot of healing apart from each other. Yeah, so it really depends on your dynamic. So just remember that the masculine is going to go through the same amount of healing that the feminine has to go through. So even though they are awakened to the connection, which is great news, but there's still going to be a lot of work after that. And so for the feminine to navigate this period or this phase on your twin flame journey is keep doing exactly what you've been doing, doing your own healing work, focusing on yourself, integrating and anchoring. But when you have this inner union energy already and you've been anchoring in your 3D field, just hold space for your masculine. And what I mean when I say holding space is not focusing on your masculine. It's actually the opposite. Is really letting him be, because you have no idea how long it might take, and so focusing on him is only hindering energetically his growth, right? Because what you keep saying when you do that, if you keep focusing on your masculine, asking yourself, okay, when is it coming back? So how come it's not back yet? And then how, and all this, and where is that, and all that. Basically, what you're saying energetically is I don't trust you. You know, I don't trust you that you're gonna make it, or I don't trust to know where you're at, and I don't trust in this union. And which is basically you're saying I don't trust in myself, right? So I don't trust myself that I can sustain this inner union energy that in the 3D field anchoring. I don't trust that I can sustain it in a period of time, and I don't trust that my union is already happening, and all of that. So it's mirrored in that way, but we don't think about it like that when we are focusing on our masculine. So really holding space for your masculine in this stage on your twin flame journey is really saying, I trust you because I trust myself. I have complete faith because I have complete faith in myself and in our twin flame union, right? So